Hello, Fostoria, and welcome to C1TV News. Today is December 19th, 2014. I'm Matt Erman reporting. On today's edition, a local family goes above and beyond the meaning of Christmas, and the mayor decides to take a dip in the frozen lake. All that is next on C1TV News. Proudly serving Fostoria and the Tri-County area, American Heritage Realty features a wide selection of homes and business developments that can all be found on their new, easy-to-use website. Whether you're planning your family's future or your next business venture, American Heritage Realty has the experience and the area's best agents to help you realize your dream. Buying, selling, or building, call American Heritage Realty today. 419-435-6677 or find them online at www.ahrealty.com. The holiday season is in full swing, and even though it may not look Christmas out there yet, one local family is proving that going old school can have a huge positive influence on the young at heart.
Well, we kind of all got together and we decided that since we all have jobs and there's really not that much we need anymore, that we would just give to children in town that need gifts more than what our families do.
Well, for me, I think it's because I'm kind of a humbug around Christmas because of what Christmas has become. Just all the high dollar gifts that people think they need to give to each other, and or going in debt for something that somebody, nobody really needs. And there's people out there that don't have things that we thought we would help out.
In addition to donating all of their Christmas money to the Angel Tree, the decision was made to not buy any other presents within the family. Instead, all presents exchanged would have to be homemade. Items like pajamas, homemade noodles, and other creative wonders will fill their tree by the time Christmas morning rolls around, all in an effort to bring back the true meaning of Christmas.
The meaning has been lost. It's about gift giving, and it should be about just spending time with family and just togetherness with your family, and not this high dollar gifts that people think they need.
We want our kids to grow up thinking what Christmas is all about, not just getting gifts. It's about being with family and having fun with your family, doing things with your family, not just the presents.
I don't know. It's just society nowadays. Everybody thinks that they want all this stuff, and there's kids that just don't have anything. And, their parents are out of work, and they shouldn't have to feel like they can't have anything for Christmas. If we can help them, then that's what we should do.
Now, at first thought, you would think that the Christmas list at the Angel Tree would be filled with PlayStation 4s, Nintendo 3D, and all the other latest goodies and gadgets that one can find. But this turned out to not be the case.
Well, on a lot of the tags, there were shoes and clothes that they needed, diapers. They might have had a toy here and there, but it was essential things that they need for everyday life.
And was that a surprise to you?
It was to me.
It was
very surprising.
Just, they didn't, I know
it was things we take for granted.
Yeah. They didn't ask for, some asked for toys, but some of them, like, they needed clothes or bed sheets, shoes.
I'm just very happy with what we did this year, and I hope we do something like this next year. I really enjoyed it. I hope our kids learn from it. I know I learned a lot.
After all this family has done this Christmas for others, the least we could do was give them a shout out to their family abroad.
I think we'd all love to wish Kara Miller and Anthony Miller a Merry Christmas. Kara's in the Navy and Anthony's in the Army. Merry Christmas.
Dr. David A. Bettenhausen at 912 North Vine Street in Fostoria is your local specialist for general foot ailments, foot surgery, diabetic feet, orthotics, and foot problems of both children and seniors. Call 419-435-2107 to set up an appointment today. That's Dr. David A. Bettenhausen, 912 North Vine Street here in Fostoria. Support your feet. They support you. For the second year in a row, the Fostoria Cash Mob and hundreds of other onlookers gathered at Lake Jamberjack for a casual dip in the freezing water. Organizer and founder Greg Flores talks about why there is a reason for freezing.
I just think it gives, giving $20 to a cause is great, but to be able to see your mayor or your fire chief or your police chief, jump into the water, getting the community involved, that was the biggest thing for me, was trying to just get community involvement and buy-in, and giving some exposure to our group of what we do, to get people behind us to follow us and help donate or help wrap or help shop or inspire them to do something else, even if it's not with Cash Mob. If their families get together and go out and do something because they seen what we were doing, then that's ultimately what it's about. It's not about the money. If you can't give money, that coming to help wrap, going out to shop, helping deliver, whatever you can do, just spreading the word, sharing it on your Facebook page, even though you can't give, but maybe somebody can, just all those little things like that. And the plunge kind of capsulized all that. It got everybody in the community involved. There was a lot of people there last year in really bad weather. It was rainy and drizzly and not real chilly, but cold. And, there was a lot of people in the community there. And I think that's a big thing besides the money and what we do. It's bringing the community together. And that's what's important to me.
Also getting his freeze on was Fostoria Mayor Eric Keckler. Making his second plunge, the mayor talked about why the event is so important for Fostoria and the surrounding communities.
Just the community involvement, and there's a lot of people in the community that need some help, and this is an opportunity to give them some help. And it's always good to see the community come together to back one another. They always come through whenever we've needed anything. When Toledo needed water, the community came together, we got them water, and it's just on and on like that. Community always stands up for people that need help. And I think there's some misunderstanding sometimes about what Fostoria is all about, but we show every time when there's a need, we fill it. And people like Greg and the rest of the people in the Cash Mob are the ones that make the community strong by starting a program like this, and everybody backs them in the community. It's a wonderful thing.
Well, I'm hoping that we get some active involvement from people in the community that don't usually donate to this kind of thing. I think the more people you ask to participate, you get a different audience with each individual that you ask to participate. So I know I've brought a couple people in that have donated that didn't even know this existed before. So I'm just glad that we can raise this money for the community. It's for local families. It's spent locally. You can't ask for more than that.
I think just more awareness to the community on making sure to do all they can to help the families, that need the help, and to do what you can to help with the kids. We've had a great, humongous support from the patrons up here at the Eagles and stuff, in the Eagles Club. And the patrons up here have been amazing. All in all, me and Rose have raised $3,200. We're doing it for the kids. That's what it's all about, is everything we're doing is strictly 100 for the kids, and freezing for a reason. That's the whole thing. We've got shirts that we're going to have that's going to say it. So pretty much what it boils down to.
All the presents are from the donations. We take the money, go out and shop, and then we find a place to wrap. Normally the last 2 years it was at my house, but with the amount of families, the amount of kids, we kind of outgrew that space, and the Fostoria Eagles was so generous to let us come and take up a room to be able to wrap all the presents. To keep it organized, each family has a number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then everybody wraps, puts the name on the present, who that present goes to, what family it goes to, and then they're stacked into tables or a floor or a wall or somewhere for delivery. The last 2 years, Reineke Ford has been generous enough to let us borrow a cargo van to go out and take those deliveries. So it's been really cool.
After all the Christmas presents were wrapped, and all the funds counted, and all the pre-jump plans made, there was just one thing left to do.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ken Chapman, Fire Chief, City of Fostoria.
And how'd you get involved in this event?
My boss made me do it. No, it's for the kids. It was, they told me about it and I was more than happy to help out.
And so what was it like now that you've done it? Was it worse or easier than what you thought?
Oh my God. It was bad. I'm not gonna lie, it was really bad. But the whole reason behind the bikini is there was a competition on if somebody beat me at raising money, I had to wear a bikini, so I had to hold on to my, hold up my end of the bargain, which is why I'm in a bikini, so this isn't normal, sorry. But it was pretty bad. I'll do it again though.
So is this just something you had laying around, or did you have to actually go out and specifically get this?
It was a gift from an anonymous donor in the community here.
Okay, well thank you very much. I'll let you get warm. Have a good one.
Merry Christmas, Fostoria!
That's it for Capture One TV News. From all of us here at the studio, we'd like to wish all of you a very Merry Christmas. Matt Erman reporting. Good night.
Why do you need an overcoat on a 90-degree day? You need it because that's where you hide your machine gun.
You know very well how much the folk depended on us during the war.
That there's definitely spirit activity here.
There's convincing core of evidence that shows that there's a phenomenon that's flying around in our airspace.